G'day and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Ranmenera. I just reloaded the save after, so last time around we got into the necropolis and started looking at tombs. In particular we found the memorial I put in the necropolis, and then we saved and quit because I didn't feel like playing anymore after that. But we've just had this pop up after loading the save. The arcane humanoid shimmers and displaces across multiple versions of itself in a blink. So quick is the motion you almost doubt your senses. The black-clad being makes slow, deliberate movements, its eyes like dull grey jewels set into an expressionless face. You sense a malevolence caged. Its voice is deep and rich. I am Silver. You were a fellow seeker, yes? Tantalum has sent me to learn the secrets of the valley. I can smell the desire on your skin, but not the success. I have explored many of them and learned many things. Tantalum has said I will find secrets here. He is correct. Keep up the search. Your desires will see a reward. Must keep searching. But time, yes, there is still time. What are you? I am an acolyte, a seeker of knowledge, a devourer of artifacts, a stumbler on the path of truth, an answer for the unanswerable. So you believe, Tantalum? Certainly, all of humanity's wisdom, and even much of that that is not humanity, lies buried in this necropolis. It is only a matter of time and effort before one finds answers. What have you found? His strange face shifts through a variety of shapes. Truths of the old world reveal themselves to me. Secrets of time and reality. The shifting of particles smaller than perception allows undergird all. But they are not part of my truth. My answer. I will find it. May you find what you seek. Okay. Interesting. Didn't get a story. You can kind of see this. I like this honeycomb design where you can see everything else. So
yes.
If we, what happens if we just say press the one of the buttons with an arrow on it? Let's go bottom right with an arrow pointing down and to the right. Sensation in your gut, and then does it look like this one did? And I guess the other question is this the one we left?
Ready.
So these are all minor ones where you just get a name? Yeah, I guess so. Press the center will take things back. Location we already know. One of the buttons with narrow. Up and to the right. Let's see. If we go top button, no. Top right, which would be this one. Do we then see that? I just am curious as to whether or not the bits we can see at the surrounding ones are related. No. Okay. Fair enough.
Ready.
Wait, is that the one that we came from? Nope.
Fine.
Okay. Served in a modern unit of soldiers, his talent exceeded many of those leading, and while tolerable for a time, their orders took an ever-increasing toll. Conscription to release a train was the last final straw. A hammer to the face, the only cure. We get to the agile.
Yes.
Okay. And let's press the center button. Back we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, are there other things now?
I guess.
Alright, let's talk to Nav now. I suppose I should be thankful, so thanks. Udwag's gonna blame me for this turn of events, I just know it. Have you heard of a dead girl named Choi? No. It was Udwag was the evil one. Thanks for your help, friend. We might have made it, but I'm glad we didn't have to take the chance. Might as well ask him. Kyo. No. I guess we can't ask her. And Jared. I almost think I almost didn't think I was gonna make it out of there alive. You're a saint in human flesh. And then we might as well ask him. Nope. You're lucky he can't offer you more trouble than it's worth, believe me. What? Helping people's never trouble. That's always worth it. Okay, cool. So now let's go talk to Phoenix and move that quest along, and then we'll duck back and sort out the other thing. Welded into place, sealing that entrance.
Yes.
Interesting. So let's talk to Tantalum. Hey friend, have you been seeking the secrets of the valley? I've read about 22 tombs. Great, keep searching, you're sure to find the answers you seek. I met Silver. He said he knew you. Ah, and how is that delightful creature? How has it been doing on its particular task? What is it? What kind of creature? A human, I suspect, though in a strange shape. A strange shape indeed. What's he looking for? Oh, that's for him to decide, but I imagine it's not an answer he seeks. He's more seeking himself, or itself, if you prefer. Okay. And that's it. What are you?
I guess.
This floating patch of darkness looks like the dying minim you saw earlier, only this one is even more closed, furled tight like a black, unblossomed rose, as if looking for something to bring it to life, and suddenly you know what that something is. The pulse in your chest, the bond from the dying minim below becomes stronger in the presence of this one. The feeling of desperation is almost unbearable. It needs you to connect them. You also sense that doing so will hurt you, taking from you the clarity of mind that bonding with the dying minim had given you earlier. You will give life to the pair, but not without cost. Let's establish the bond between rifts. You release your hold on the pulsing life inside you. Darkness wells up out of you, through your chest, your throat, and flooding out of your mouth. It chokes and burns, leaching energy and alertness from you, as if feeding the newborn thing with your own vitality. After what seems like an eternity, the pain subsides, followed by an overwhelming feeling of relief. The effect on the darkness is miraculous. It quickly becomes more diffuse. Less a clot, more a cloud, expanding, unfurling until its dark center is revealed, and within that center a pulsing red light and a welcoming warmth that carries with it echoes of sounds you're not hearing around you. The more you look at the minim, the more it seems to you like an unpollinated flower. Yep, let's try and walk through. And suddenly, shortcut! That's useful. I mean, it's a fairly minor shortcut, all things considered, but it's still useful. And Phoenix! I found your marker in the Acropolis. The note contains a code to your tomb.
I'll remember that.
He takes a note from you, scrutinizing it intently. He shimmers and flickers momentarily, then exerts himself to maintain material through a force of visible will. That'd explain why I couldn't understand myself. An artificial construct in my mind. I am dead and manifest again. Have I mastered time? He takes an internal inventory. No, I am A particular shade, a remnant, an echo of what could have been. I shall fade then, and hope my lesson remains. You've earned a gift before I go. You showed yourself a student. In the case of questions to which you had no real answers, you asked me more questions. Many tell me what to do. They wish to force a view on me, but you forced questions. So here, take this. So, wow, that's like a big old blast. I thank you. Knowledge is precious. Treasure yours. And now I will rest. With a flicker of light, the yawning of a consciousness roused and returning to oblivion, he flickers away into the air. A faint hiss is the only marker of his passage. So I need to get rid of this. I'm above my cipher limit. Rin, you can take one more. Enjoy it. Alright, cool. Yeah. And these are always your, like, unsafe ones. Interesting.
Let's go.
Walk in the light. Zoom. Oh, I didn't get the stuff from that? That was silly of me.
Yes, now.
And what's this? The small alcove is about the size of a small hovel. Its sole virtue is such a shelter from the wind and the sight lines of casual passers-by. The runes carved above its entrance fill your mind with a wordless message of catastrophic danger. Dust inside the alcove is almost undisturbed apart from a set of footprints that circles the interior. The owner appears to have curled up in a corner under a ledge containing a small ebony box. The dust on that ledge has also been disturbed. Someone has removed something long and thin like a blade from this place. In its place is a crudely carved herder's crook. Someone slept here, didn't they? They wanted to hide, but they didn't know how to hide. Rin puts her hand in her pocket nervously. I hope they found somewhere better to go. This place doesn't feel like a safe space to stay. It feels like hunger. She hugs herself. Let's go, I don't like this place. Eridus cradles his forehead in his hands. He mouths the word no, then swallows, shaking his head. He seems smaller than you call. I don't like this place. His voice is a whisper. His hands fall to his eyes and he touches them as if they're in pain. Are we leaving? I want to leave. We should not be here. We tried to stop him. You failed. Not until you tell me what's wrong. I remember this place. As it runs dry, the glow seems to evaporate before his face. There was someone else, a boy. Eridus's features soften. He was tired, scared, not at all like me. He came to this place, and when he fell asleep there, he never woke up. The sleep buried him, and he screamed, still screams. His voice cracks again, and he swallows. I can hear it when all things are quiet. Who's that boy? Some farm boy, a herder. He chose the wrong place to sleep, the wrong time to follow his curiosity. He's frightened all the time now. Who was he? Who was he? And then suddenly... I don't remember! It was a nightmare, a stupid story. Nothing heroic happened. It was a waste of time. I don't know why I remember. He presses the heels of his trembling hands against his eyes. Look inside the ebony box. There's no sign of what this box once held, but you do note the carving of an eye at the bottom of the box with a pupil made of 2 crimson concentric rings. If you squint, you can just make out a human figure at the center of the eye, holding a sword in the air. Eridus groans, but you look over. A troubled smile grimaces his face, but you notice one of his eyes is watering. Eridus, are you alright? Yes, very, he says, nodding at you. A tear streaks down his narrow cheek and around his cheerful face. But bored here now, you ask? We should leave. We should leave now. He whistles to himself quietly and looks away. Pick up the herder's crook. You stretch out your hand to take the crook. Beside you, Eridus moans. A wave of pale fire explodes from the crook, and everything goes white. You hear screaming, perhaps Eridus's, perhaps your own. Thunderous voices bellow beyond the hissing wail of that endless ivory wall, and something is rushing at you, something you can't see. A fistful of senses, emotions, memories, and fear strikes your mind, driving you back a step along the dusty floor of the alcove. Something has changed inside you, inside the labyrinth. You hear a voice in your mind, a voice very much like Eridus's, but small and afraid. You look over at him. Eridus is staring at the shelf, hands slack at his sides. The glow is nowhere to be seen, and he looks weathered, weary, old. You follow his gaze. The shepherd's crook is gone. What just happened? I went somewhere. I stayed here in my amazing heroic body, but I went somewhere else. Without looking at you, his hand lifts from his sides and points at your forehead. He doesn't seem to be aware that his hand is doing this. Then his glow returns like the sun rising behind a hill and swallows him. He smiles, dropping his rebellious hand. Why are we standing here? We should be fighting, feasting, jumping from roof to roof. Let's go find some roofs. Is this a roof? What happened? The hero's companion took us to the alcove. We feel strange. We feel weaker.
Consider it done.
Well, that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'd be interested in going back to the labyrinth to explore that, but we'll see what opportunities we have. I'm sure we'll be back there at some point. Hey, there's stuff we can get. I'll take it.
Ready.
I'll take it. Uh-huh. So this is... it lets you hit things harder. I guess these are like gifts to the dead that we're looting. Huh. Very nice gem.
I'm going. Sure.
Alright. Let's do that quest thing. Enter the code to a location we already know. Endless gate. 1, 2, 5, 4 as you press each button, blah blah blah. Zoom. Ooh. More souls to release. It's time.
Updated my journal.
Can you feel it? The power of the Endless Gate. It calls to us. It is time. Where is your lord Inefair? Already there, already begun. Our master and lord is at the center of it all. Before he can utter another word, the man's spine goes taut. His expression becomes that of a towel being savagely wrung out, but his voice stays drenched in childish glee. They call us now! Join us! The masters beckon. For glory we hear and obey. Well, that is great. Most of these pods can be opened one side. Several contain humans. Many of them shaketh citizens by their clothing. Yep. What if we go over here? An obscene quantity of blood adorns the floor and walls of this tomb. Messages in a bastardized form of the truth are traced on the bloody walls. The cultists who have overrun the valley seem to have a special affinity for the occupant of this pod, but try as you might, you can't find anything useful here. You back away with no fresh insight. Try and read the name. You cannot read the name, for it is obscured by splatters of blood and smeared by the venerating touch of countless passing cultists. Well, that's super great. Well, let's go through the gate. The gate, nothing bad could possibly go wrong or happen. Clawing, invisible fingers target your skin. They're drawing you into the portal, eager for the life that flows through your body, eager to keep you there. You have a bad feeling that once you step through this gate, there will be no way out except to find the one who opened it.
I'll remember that.
Endless horror. The Endless Gate. The clawing fingers release you, perhaps knowing there is nowhere for you to go. You are within the Endless Gate now. You are theirs. The air is chill and moist. Screams of agony permeate the darkness around you. Oh. And you sense something watching. There is no choice but to venture forth. Okay, so I actually want to look at something. So it keeps telling me that the codex has been updated. How do I look at the codex? L. So this is new. This is at the same time they added they added the codex. So we've got a bunch of stuff here. What do we have for like Eridus? Do we have anything new for him? No. But this is where we can get, like, this is the equivalent of the encyclopedia in Planescape. And so it does have some neat little bits and pieces. We can find out about Nyctheramon and Abacus and the Dendro. Cool. I will look at that in the future. But probably not on stream. Several people have been flayed, their skin stretched into grotesque banners, faces contorted in a rictus of eternal pain. The skins flap back and forth in a wind you do not feel. Beyond them, you see a clear passage deeper into this hell. Suddenly, a pair of eyes snaps open. These are not flayed skins, but living people. "Kill us," it rasps. "The children have brought us here not to die, but to suffer, to feed the things that live here, slowly, eternally." "No!" The skin behind the first, partially obscured in the darkness, shakes herself awake. Her face remains a twisted in agony. She speaks. "Our deaths make them stronger. If you kill us, you will only die here as well. Run! Save yourself!" "There is only death," a third voice moans from the darkness behind the first two. Its eyes remain closed, its mouth gnarled in an ugly grimace. "Kill us, or the children, or both, or neither. Neither. It does not matter. Death is all that awaits you." The three skins squeeze their eyes shut, their mouths open in wordless screams as some new agony befalls them. A malevolent presence weighs down upon you. Something watches with eager anticipation. It almost wants you to kill them. We'll leave them alone and then hopefully we can come back, right?
Look out below! Above!
Okay, well, here is our first combat. Oof, that's not started well. Okay, Eridus. Opportunist, Fell Swoop. You also have Hook. And you have Hide. Okay. And what else do we have? Stim. Adaptation. Spray Flash. Let's do this. You run up here. And hit him for most of the health.
Times better than I was seconds ago.
Oh wow, they're already injured. So you hook and attack, whatever. Oh wow. So they're just gonna hook and attack and hook and attack. Last cast off. So what the plan is for you is if you move back. We don't want to move so far. Let's just move you back this far.
Fine.
And then we aren't going to use Innovate. We can use that outside of combat. We're not going to use one of these many items. What we're going to do is we're going to use Onslaught on you. Okay. And we can use a couple of points to make sure we hit and kill. Yep. Zark. Rin. Now you are going to use this here. If you can. And Matkina. That's that, and then I guess you can run back. You'll hook him, and yep. And Makina. Be best if we took this guy out, eh? Yeah, that's fine. 95% chance is fine.
They call me the White Death for a reason.
Oh. Oh, I see how it is. That's interesting. Uh-huh. Is there any way for you to stun? Wait, what if I do this? I hook you. Yeah. And then I use the arc. No, not opportunist. Oh, frag! That was completely not what I wanted to do! No, I'm actually gonna do it that way.
Nothing can stop me
Oh,
now.
fine. Whatever works. Rin.
We're sure it's safe.
Next melee attack. I can use a gravity bomb. A Matkina. Just kill it. Oh, I misjudged.
You want it done right.
And then you eat a bunch of things.
I don't feel happy or good.
And just kill him, please.
Let's go.
Let's
Well,
go.
that is less than ideal. I will take your stuff.
All right.
8 points of splay flesh. Yeah, so
Are we ready to go?
right. Let's see, if I do this, I can go. No, not the rush thing. Where is that spray flash? Ah, here. Use.
I could stand a little more of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And just a little bit more.
I could stand a little more of that.
Okay. More of these. Okay. Kill us, you'll reach the center more quickly. Ah, so this is how you can potentially avoid a fight.
Right, Ren. You can do this.
Why not? Let's kill these, and then next time round we will go further. Gold and silver, malevolent weight
I'm going.
increases. Yeah, okay. It's definitely how it works. Yeah, same thing. Whatever lies here has grown stronger still. We also don't need to waste the effort. So next time round we will deal with Kia Tower and Innefair. Until then, have a fantastic day. Bye.